Each to their own, though. Oh, and I do love that they're using TeamSpeak for the absolute low
100%.
latency. Yeah.
I've just been told by production that the TeamSpeak server is like ping of 1 as well because it's set up on the actual LAN as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really nice.
No, as you did. Whenever I used to host LANs at my house, that would be like the first thing I did was set up a TeamSpeak server. When we had the LAN in Hungary, in Croatia, I think it was just over a year ago now. I also downloaded TeamSpeak for my team, and then everyone else was like, "Hey, can you set us up with TeamSpeak too?" Oh. Anyways, into this game though, it is round number 2. As we go Wapanda versus Aripapa. Quick little rush rundown. For Wapanda, we've got Strove, Blues, Dins, Robert, and Nielsk. And then for the defending side currently, we've got Pan, Kachi, Sir, Blood, and Jamal. His name's backwards. Don't be caught off guard by that one.
As we take a quick sneak peek into what Robert is doing on that scope. Have you got any sort of info in regards to Aripapa? Because I have no idea about what these guys.
Yeah, I have played against players like Sir, Kachi, Pan, and Blood. Blood, he's one of those people that like I think of his name and I just tense up a bit. He is a very good player and he gets up in your face when he's given the opportunity. You kind of give him, you give him a hand and he'll take the entire arm and the shoulder. So we'll see him sitting back here and there, and then I feel like he could pop off at any point. But likewise, I do see it going either way still in this one. 3-on-3 at the minute, as we do see Wapanda getting the bomb down on the A side. And I do expect these first few rounds just to be a bit slower, just for the teams to suss each other out. I'm not going to read too much into the start of this. However, I do still kind of lead towards Wapanda in this situation, having bomb down, failed grenade landing on the side. Pan takes out Blues, but the response from Strove to take out Blood as he try to push into the bomb area. We do see Pan walking around with that Deagle. He's got a player coming up behind him if he's not too careful. There's actually Strove coming up for 2 of them. Strove takes out Pan. Jamal's your last man standing. SMG in hand, but he's completely surrounded. I don't care how fancy your gun looks. He's going to B43 and save us all the hassle. Okay, random fact, completely out the blue. So B43 is the command to bring up pro mod or to bring up the menu in game. 4 is one of the commands, and then 3 is to just suicide, get the round over quicker. If you were to write that out, it says buy, like B-Y-E.
Yeah.
And it took me so long to realize this. So by suiciding, you're saying buy.
What the heck? I've never noticed that. You know, I surprised a few people on last LAN by even actually proving that the SMG does more damage on really long range than on sort of mid range. It's a bit silly. That's literally the way. Yeah, I kid you not. Go into like a custom game. Go on to crossfire. Go all the way over the map. It will actually do more damage than on medium range. Oh, as I'm not quite sure. How would you pronounce?
So that's Jamal. It's just his name's backwards.
Ah, so it's Jamal. Okay.
Yep.
Jamal. No, Jamal, right?
Just Jamal. Straight up Jamal.
All right, Jamal with the Deagle ends up getting taken by Dins. And with that, it is another. That was very anticlimactic. Round, yeah. It was.
So Dins for me is also one of those really strong SMG players. I've very seldomly seen him, not be a good contender on the battlefield. I enjoy watching his playstyle. He's got really good movement in my books. And I hope I haven't bigged him up so much to the point that he doesn't perform this game. We're only 2 rounds in, of course, but he is currently top of the scoreboard for his team with a couple of kills. Right now, he's just hanging back. His teammates are engaging behind him. Sir drops, Pan gets the response frag, though. Dins is just poking around on this side. I don't think he's going to find too much. It is Kachi that's actually waiting on site for him, but we'll see if he's able to get in. Kachi sitting down by that well. He's going to peek around. Who's going to spot who first? It's going to be Kachi that comes out on top. The problem for him, he's got a whole bunch around him. Even though he got that opening frag, he's kind of at a disadvantage now. His team comes in big, though, to try and help him out. Strove is the only one left standing, and it's a 1 versus 2. He should be able to get this first frag. No, Kachi just solidly holding that side. And the thing is, he didn't have cover. He had a wall. He was constantly staring up at the screen. That's incredible.
Honestly, that was really, really well played by Pan as well as Kanti right there. Let's have a look at what Robert is doing. Trying to find those opening frags. How come nobody goes for the you know, the wall bang at the very start?
So, I think it's pure choice. I think, you know, it's opportunity either way. Yes, it's a safe one to try and wallbang through that middle area. However, that's assuming that your nades don't really pressure them enough in the mid to allow them to push into that middle area. And I also think that, you know, peeking other areas, you're more likely to guarantee yourself the kill. So, although a bit of a chance to get a safe kill, it does rely on a few factors that you might be putting your team at a disadvantage for to happen.
Yeah, as well as obviously getting a good spawn, I reckon. Where you know, just able to get onto that spot rather early on. Bloody hell, what an amazing nade by Robert right there. Takes out Jamal. Din's trying to make things happen. He is the battalion pro after all. Oh, he's gonna have to take a bit of a run right here. As Kanchi takes that Nielsk. Blood in a 1 versus 2. As Dins is moving up on him. Oh, doesn't find him though. And now it is 1 versus 1. Can Blood pick this one up? Oh, attacks him heavily and he actually wall bangs him. And with that, it is a round win for
That is
Wapanda.
actually really unfortunate for him. But that's to me like Blood getting that first kill. He seemed so calm then walking around. I think Robert got really lucky to just get him through the wall like that at that angle. But, you know, Robert tried and he got it in the end. He's sitting 3-1 currently with Wapanda on the attacking side, taking the advantage. Jamal with an opening kill there. I believe that was through the smoke with all of that had been covered up in mid. Wapanda starting off on the back foot for the first time in quite a few rounds. Robert and Nielsk jumping over to Robert, has an AK, gets himself blood, also takes out Sir. Bomb in hand, his teammates moved in with them. Nielsk, what are you going to be doing for your team, buddy? Just watching at the top of the street. Robert with scope in hand, they're just going to set up a bit of a defensive position right now before Robert probably peeks out and tries to kill off anyone at the top of that street. Pan really doesn't want to peek around. He's got an SMG in hand and he knows that Robert and Nielska, we've both got long-range weapons to try and take him out. Bomb finally going down.
If Niels would sort of, you know, try to go for that defense right there. Robert obviously using that car to his advantage. He is in a very good spot. He does get peeked. Oh, bloody hell. He is heavily tanked. However, 25 seconds on the clock. They can't really move up. Oh, but it is catchy. That will pick up Robert. And now Nielsk is in a lot of trouble. And he does get taken down. And with that, we are going to see the defuse.
Yeah, it's a bit tough there. I feel like the Wapanda guys kind of moved away from covering each other well enough. You know, being at the top of the street, you can't really cover that guy on the bomb too well. I think if anything, he should have gone behind fences and got another angle on that mid arches. Of course, you know, hindsight's 2020, so for all we know, it could have played out completely the other way, and I would have definitely gotten it wrong. But I do feel there was a bit of a disconnect between those two. Aripapa this round got 3 of them sitting in mid. Well, it's not really going to matter with Wapanda all getting onto A. Flashes going out, nades going out, smokes are down on the side. Nielsk is covering his teammate, is getting the bomb down. Dins with an opening frag onto Kachi. Jamal falls to the hands of Dins as well, with finally getting a response from Pan and Blood. Nielsk again, long distance AK takes out Sir. This round is flying.
Yeah, that A-Rush has really paid off. However, Pan actually taken out Niels as well. But in the end, it is Strover to pick him up with the Deagle. Now it is Blood with the 1 versus 2. Can he make things happen? He's trying to keep him safe, but I think he will be spotted out right there. Goes for the fake. And immediately Blue sews up and takes him out. And with that, Wapanda have actually got a 2-round lead.
Still, again, on the attacking side, it makes it difficult to call when they start pulling in a lead like this. Starting with Jamal, this round scope in hand, is he going to be getting any opening frags? Smokes are good over onto that market. And although that does seem like an easy task, as the person who threw them and sucked at it, those smokes can go bad, and you expose your entire team. Robert with that opening nade onto Jamal, though, finishes him off. Once again, we have the sniper on sniper action when no sniper is being used.
Din's moving up onto that B site now. Oh, he could potentially. He definitely spotted him, but he is in a bit of crossroads. Takes up Bloodwell, and with that, they should quite easily actually be able to push things on from there. 1 versus 3. Catchy, he's got a long way ahead of him.
He doesn't have any resources with him either, and I don't feel Wapanda's going to make the same mistake that they did last time. They're definitely going to be covering each other more. He also just made some noise walking into that position, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to call where he is. Yep, and Neil's sitting there by the dining room table, picks up his dinner, and closes off the round 5-2.
It is absolutely mental. I don't think you can actually hear this, Menace.
I can a bit in the background. I can hear some shouting going on. Yeah.
Next to the production room, they are going absolutely bonkers. Bloody hell! I mean,
so
I'd really like to hear that voice tomorrow morning.
It's probably going to be the German powerhouse, or I know that We Dem Boys are also some passionate blokes.
Yeah, but We Dem Boys, they're quite a bit away from the production room. So
maybe they're just letting that they're screaming that loud.
And they don't sound like We Dem Boys, so I do reckon it is actually. It is either Snip or Ultra. We've just been told by production. As let's take a quick look at what Pan is doing. Oh no, Blues actually, as he's moving up onto that A side. Spots Catchy, takes him out. Immediately tries to turn around. He's got his spidey senses tingling. Oh, and he finds Jamal! Really well played. And with that, it is a 1 versus 3. Let's have a look at what Pan is doing, and he just gets robbed!
6-2. Now, I'm curious. Do we see Aripapa pulling out a tactical timer? We've seen it come into play quite a couple of rounds, or a couple times already, but nothing from them just yet. Still holding on. I'm gonna jump into here with Blues on the Wapanda side. See how he makes his way towards the B area. He's got a really good front spawns. Missed all the nades. His nades has gone out. He's been flashed. He's currently stuck on White Van. And is he gonna be able to get anything further from this? Moves forward. There's a player on the fences. Car tags up someone. Nice little peek there from him to draw out the fire, but does not get taken down. There's 2 players in front of him. Gets 1. Scope finishes him off. Now, the Aripapa players are just too far away to be able to contest this. It's like they need to rotate a lot quicker. It just feels a bit slow from them at the minute.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like they're calling out positions the way they should. Because so far it's really been Wapanda. Jamal misses that shot. Just sort of, 5-man rushing A or B, just going all in. And then it's like a 3 versus 5 situation whilst they take out 2 in, and it ends up being like a 4 versus 2 pretty much every single round.
But
Robert
I also
really
feel that it's, we see Wapanda with 2-3 players alive at the end of every round. So I'm not saying they're not being tested, but they don't seem stressed about it.
100%. I mean, it is 7 against 2 right now currently.
Yep.
And that's definitely an accurate representation of what's going on.
But hopefully we get proven wrong this round, as opening frags go to Aripapa. Blues and Niels both down. That's one of those strong AKs. We got Pan from Aripapa currently sitting on that side. He's got 2 people in front of him, and he's going to have to try and hold them back off. Wapanda have slowed it down. They're going to play for picks at this point. I mean, they're all the player down, and they know that it's on them to do the push. So they're going to see if they can get a pick anyway. Now, Pan is just laying ever so still. Jamal takes out Strove, but gets punished by Robert for doing so. Pan's going to rotate around the back. As I'm going to switch over to Dins here. Dins now with the AK is going to try and cover up on his teammate who's on that side. He needs to try and catch up with him. He's got to be careful though, because there is a player coming from behind him. which might not be too expected. He is very cautious, though, checking every corner. He's just not going to check the ones he needs right now. Robert, your last man standing. 1 versus 3. Takes out one. Heard some footsteps behind him. He's going to be aggressive and push up on that, actually.
He
now
is
with the
in a good
timing
spot.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, he finds
This is going to be what he wants for his teammate. This is just going to demoralize Aripapa even further. He sees that the bomb was faked. He's just got to wait 1 more second, and that's it. They can't do anything more. Aripapa with a second suicide of the round, or game even, to just get it out the way and move on to the next one. But right now, we're flying through these rounds, and losing a 1 versus 3 like that, that's demoralizing. I don't care who you are.
Honestly, a bit of a mental break point. I have to really call that out. Oh, Robert, however, with a good snipe on towards Jamal. And once again, they're already off on the wrong foot. As Dins is trying to move up onto White Van. Oh, he's got the good spot, but Pan just anticipates him being right there. And instantly takes him out.
Strove has taken the bomb over towards the B side and has very kindly delivered it right in front of Blood, who now knows where it is. Leaving Niels last man standing, but Catchy picking up a second of the round, making it easy for himself.
That is a very, very important round to pick up, however. I always think about it this way. Whenever a team picks up like 6 rounds in a row, that's like the mental break point. Once you go, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds. Honestly, it's just over. No matter what you do, chances of you coming back are close to none. With that being said, Aripapa picking up that round is really important, especially as we are gonna switch sides after this round.
Yeah, Wapanda definitely seems to have fallen apart a little bit in these last few. Oh, I say fallen apart. I mean, just become a bit more sketchy in these last few rounds. It's not the clean, clinical stuff they had been pulling off, to get to the score that they have been. 2 versus 4 at the minute. Robert squeezed between an SMG and not too much protection, although fighting his way out of this to no avail as Blood finishes him off. 8-4 the score at the half.
Yeah, that really... I don't know. Those people, they told me, you know what, Aripapa, they can really win this. And then Froster mentioned, they could potentially land anywhere on their scoreboard, and that's more of how it feels right now, if I'm being absolutely honest. Now, apart from Pan, nobody's, and even him, nobody's really popping off for Aripapa so far.
Right. It is now first round of the second half. Aripapa starting a lot stronger than what they did in the first half. So they pick up a couple of kills. I say a couple. Picks themselves 3 kills. Wapanda finally getting a response to Jamal. But is it going to be enough at this point? Looking at the map, it just seemed a bit disconnected and out of position. Fakes on the bomb. Anything to stop it?
Explosives planted.
Aripapa gets the bomb down, and only now is Robert going to say, I probably need to move over. No calls from his teammate to try and get him to move over earlier. But Din's strong on the AK to take out Blood. Robert coming under fire, still going to keep peeking it, surprisingly.
Oh, as Robert finds a beautiful shot onto Catchy. We're obviously thinking about the same thing. How about Pandas take him out? And now it is Dins versus Pan. 15 seconds on the clock. He has to move at some point, and he actually makes things happen. And with that, it is another round into the hands of Aripapa.
Apologies as I just try and find another command that I want to add to the config after this. We'll talk about that later.
Blues is rushing in very quickly, however. He's already at White Van. Bloody hell, my. Everything's already
You're not wrong.
On
it is a white van.
I've really called it White Van? It doesn't matter. Blues, he's obviously rushed in, but now he is taking things rather slowly. Oh, gets picked up by Pan. That it is a 4 versus 2 situation. Pan gets the tag on towards Dins as they decide to go together. There's an advantage in numbers is probably what they're thinking right now.
Aripapa setting the pace to be fairly slow. Nothing too interesting just yet. We don't have a bomb on either side yet. It's actually still sitting in mid. Pan with a kill onto Dins is going to open things up a little bit more. However, what they might not be expecting is Niels, that strong AK, watching that side. Smoke's gone out, but it's not really covered too much. Jamal takes a few hits. There is an SMG pushing up on him. Can his teammate Strove, who's coming in from mid? Wow, great game sense from Pan to check back into mid, covering both sides for his teammate to make the escape from the bomb site. Niels pushes forward, but this is one of those ones where both of those two players are going to be working together. He comes in, he is tagged up. They'll wait it out though. And all they're going to do is just peek when he tries to defuse. That smoke's limiting his vision and seeing if anyone's trying to push out on him. I mean, at this point, he won't know if someone's coming top street or not. And Pan finishes off that kill, closing the gap down 8-6. 2 rounds in a row there for Aripapa.
Massively popping off. I think he was 11-9 3 rounds ago, and now he's 18-9. Honestly, I mean, it really looks like they're pulling off a bit of a... Oh my god! Robert with the warbang onto blood. I was talking about this earlier. Where are the warbangs? The classic city streets warbangs. We've known over all of these years, and Robert has finally landed one of them. However, he's not landing any of the other shots. But it does not matter at all, as Dins and Blues quickly just pick up all of them with their SMGs.
I mean, could you find yourself a quicker round? Pan's got himself a nice little front spawn with that SMG. Is he going to be pushing it towards mid? We shall have to wait and see. He should be able to get past these grenades, and that decides to fall back. Follows it up quickly this thereafter, though. Flash slowing him down as Pan makes his way in towards the market. He's got one pushing up behind him. I say behind him and in front of him, left and right, Dins and Blues. Both of them getting 2 kills apiece, and Strove saying, oh, leave me some morsels here as he finishes off Sir. 10-6 as Wapanda decide, let's get back into this.
Did Wapanda lose a single player in those last 2 rounds? I don't think they did, right?
The last, yeah, actually.
Holy moly. Oh, they're doing a great job. However, Jamal takes out Robert. He's trying to look at the at the floor, trying to make himself a bit smaller. Did not end up working for him. Let's have a look at what Niels is doing. Oh, he's not going to find anything soon in that spot. As Dins is trying to move into market by the looks of it, coming from A. But I'm not really sure.
Quite keen on this B side by the looks of it. Catchy cleans up Dins, and this is going to open up that site entirely. The only one they have to work with now is Niels, but he was finished off by Catchy quite decisively. So the question is, what can Strove do? Can he pick off the guy coming off the bomb? Nope, can tag him up and give away his position. He can try go onto the car, but now he's got to worry about that thing blowing up in front of him. Unfortunately, his teammate Blues, his only saving grace, has also been shut down.
I don't think this is going to happen.
Players, yeah.
They've got a great setup. They've got the cars. 20 seconds on the clock.
You need a few miracles to unfold to be able to get that one to work.
Definitely. It's not... chances of that really happening are rather slim, let's put it that way.
Very slim. Scoreboard-wise, those not looking so great. Currently 6 for 15. Pan, the other side of his team, 19 for 11. Make that 20 for 11, opening the round with a grenade kill onto Blues. That shuts down one of the aggressive SMGs. Dins has put himself in a fantastic position, though, as he's gone over the top of market. He's coming under some fires, popped out a nade. Will he be able to at least get one for all his troubles of getting here? His teammates, they're covering, but doesn't get anything. Unfortunately, with all the fire being distracted, though, Wapanda can pick up 2 kills on the other players that weren't trying to focus just to shut down Dins. Roberts made his way all the way into the washing room. Pulls out the Deagle, takes out Jamal. He knows there's an SMG still pushing on him. He's just going to wait for his teammates to try and catch up and help him, though.
I mean, Robbie played that very well indeed.
Yeah,
But in the end,
I think about as best as you can in that scenario.
Yeah, 100%. But in the end, you kind of let's just say gatekeep and what you're able to do with that Deagle in hand. Pan moving up. Oh, who's gonna have the Pika's advantage? Oh, he almost predicted. Did he actually see him right there? Oh my god, the bomb is in an absolutely horrendous spot. And with that, Wapanda are slowly, but ever so definitely pulling away.
Yeah, it's like they just had a little nap at halftime and they've woken up again. They weren't going too far. Jamal's got a nice little front spawn. Is he going to go for the wallbang here? He's going to line himself up for it. Might just try and get the early pick. Can't see anything on the cross though. Makes his way over towards A. And he's going to get nothing for his troubles. No early opening grenades. Nielsk has made his way over to the B side. Map-wise, it's a bit spread. Players still in the middle, still trying to find a pick. I think it's about the longest we've gone into a round without any kills happening. Blood has been spotted by the scope of Wapanda. Sir gets himself a kill, trying to lessen that KD ratio of his, or increase it, I should say. And this is the kind of position where I like Blood. He's pushed his way all up towards the spawn, takes out Robert, doesn't take any damage. He's being a thorn in the side of them. He's split the map in half, allowing his teammates to isolate one of the sides. And there we go. Pan cleans up Nielsk. He'll be able to get to the top of the street. And with all five Aripapa players still standing up until that point that I just said, because, you know, commentators' curses are a thing.
Explosives.
Wapanda only have 2.
Love gets tagged, but honestly, I don't see any sort of way for Wapanda to even get anywhere near this A bomb site. And with that being said,
no, the way Blood split that map in half and then allowed his teammates to pick off on the site, it's, yeah, especially when they still had all 5 players left by the time the bomb had gone down. Blood getting himself a nice front spawn. Will he be able to do anything with it is a different story. Early nades coming in, a bunch of tags, but no frags, as one of my favorite commentators used to say. Strove, however, gets a kill onto Blood. You see the SMG forward Panda, that is. Dens was trying to push forward, but Pan patiently waiting at the top of the catwalk takes him out. We've got Robert once again back on that B side with the scope. Didn't work out so well for him last time. He was only able to get 1 kill before being picked off. Can he do something different here? There's a player advantage for Aripapa. How are they going to play it? I like this though. Who's going to expect the aggressive scope? Especially with them pushing over towards that ace side. Looks like Strove was pulled out. Pan takes out Robert. And now they can kind of pick which way they want to go, because Strove stuck in the middle with an SMG to his face. And Sir really coming up these last few rounds.
100%. Let's just have a quick look at the scoreboard. I mean, he's still bottom fragger. I think he had 5 or 6 frags just a few rounds ago. So he is definitely picking up, and that was a very important round as well. Oh, Robert with a lovely shot on towards Jamal right there. Oh my god! What is going on? Robert is absolutely, I don't know, Roberting everyone right here. Or let's just say he's robbing them of their lives. Finds the 3rd shot. What on earth is going on with this guy right now? If he's being paid, give him a raise. Because what he is doing right now on this scope is absolutely incredible.
But this is the thing though. Look at Blood. He's gotten 2 quick picks. All Robert's hard work's gone out the window. And now he's the only man left standing. Robert's going to pick up this kill easily. Gets himself a triple. And great, Robert played well. He got himself some picks. He got a bang through the smoke. And Blood's like, yeah, but this is my round.
Yeah, if you're trying to mess up the English language, you would have said Blood played it weller. No, but he really did a good job. Let's have a look if Robert can rob those lives once again.
I feel that if someone else dies to this position, they deserve it.
Yeah, 100%.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, it's totally my fault.
Yeah, but once again, Wapanda have the setup. And that lead was a bit obvious. I mean, they heard about a million shots of Robert rattling down. With that being said, Jamal just quickly throws out the nade onto the car. And Catchy just trying to keep things safe. But once again, Aripapa with that mid control. Nobody's really going through that market right now.
Yeah. It's these little picks from Aripapa that's really crumbling Wapanda's defense. Every time they get themselves in a position, a little pick happens here, or someone gets knocked out over there, and there's a flurry from Aripapa to get into position and do with it what they can. Jamal finishes off Niels. We've got Dins, the last man standing. SMG in hand. The problem is it's an A plant. It's going to be open. It's going to be exposed. And just like that, standing out in the middle of the street, Pan takes out Dins.
Absolutely unbelievable how...
Ooh.
I think they had a, what, 5-round lead? And now... it is timeout called. You've just seen it. Dins has decided, okay, guys, we have absolutely had enough. I'm not having any of this anymore. We need to step
plug
up
in
our
my
game.
mouse. Let me actually start trying.
Sometimes I do wonder what people are going to say. At least in terms of like League of Legends, it can either go 3 ways. It's like, oh, come on, guys, what on earth are you doing? You know, missing and whiffing plays that, you know, kindergarten kids would.
Yeah.
Then you've got the, okay, guys, I know we're not in a good spot, but you've got this. Let's just try to pick it up. Or it's the
everyone think happy thoughts.
Yeah. Or it's either the, you know, we change every single bit of tactics. Let's just go for, you know, we've got nothing to lose. Let's, you know, spice things up a tiny bit. That's definitely something I've heard in the past. There was actually, like, a few weeks ago, might actually be 5-6 weeks or so at the start of, like, the League World. Like, the American teams, they were just missing plays that were, you know, actual kindergarten stuff, like that you should never, no pro would ever, you know, usually with them. Throw them right out the window, and the coach came up and was like, he came up to the player and was like, you know, for the next days you're going to play 100 game, I think like 100 or 1,000 games of solo queue, because there's no way in hell we should be, you know.
Missed that. Yeah.
And then everyone was like, oh my god, that coach, he shouldn't say stuff like that. That's really mean, and he shouldn't.
Oh no.
And it's like, have you ever been in like competitive sports? Have you ever had an
any
actual
sort,
coach?
yeah.
Any sort of sport, you know. Have you ever had a coach whose job it was
as someone who plays rugby, there's 15 guys on the side, but man, will they call you out quick if you make a mistake.
Have you ever had a coach that whose job it just literally is to push you to the absolute limit? That's like I've been called worse things and it was completely fine. And there's just no how is he meant to say it? It's like it would literally be like the equivalent of like a CoD player like missing a shot and something that's just standing still and not even facing him. Robert spots them going on towards that B site. As Wapanda have already got that 1-man advantage.
Last 2 rounds of this map before we go into overtime. Nielsk opening up onto Sir. This means Blood and Jamal, arguably 2 of the strongest for the team. Although the scoreboard might not agree, the way they have been playing says otherwise. Robert takes out Blood. Jamal's responds onto Nielsk. That means Jamal is your last man standing for Aripapa. He's got the bomb in hand. He's got a deagle with him. Lovely shot into Robert. Great little peek that catches the corner of the wall, but it doesn't stop the effectiveness of that bullet. And instead of going for the plant, it actually looks like he's going to go for a bit of a hunt. Looks like the exact right time.
Is this happening?
Still comes on top. Jamal's going to get taken up from the side as Dins looking through the window. Wapanda thankfully don't throw that round away. But man, was that close.
But that must have felt terrible because he really had a go at potentially turning things around. Let's have a look at what Jamal's doing. Can he find some?
Also, just to say, Wapanda had 3 players on 14 kills, and now they got 3 players on 15 kills. Love the consistency.
Scopes. Can they find each other? Oh, Robert is trying to play things safe. Trying to go for that frag movie. Nice scope. So does actually take him out. Now Pan is moving on towards that A site.
I don't think any way we're going to
versus
slice
2.
this is going to get us away from the fact that we're probably going to see our first overtime.
It definitely looks very much like that is going to happen.
Explosives planted.
Ben's moving up slowly as well, as Blood does take him out. And with that, it is a 1 versus 4. And with that being said, we are going to get an overtime. What's the longest overtime you've ever seen?
I've seen 8 overtimes in a row.
24.
I don't think that's the
22.
longest though. There has been a 72 round game before, 73 round game or something stupid. It was an absurd amount. And I would not be surprised if there has been longer. It's really weird how pressure gets to you. My longest at LAN has been 3 overtimes in a row. For anyone that doesn't know, if you guys are new to this, firstly, welcome to CoD4. Please go and check out fpschallenge.eu and try out CoD4 if you'd like. But if you've not heard about overtime, as you can see, we normally play MR12, match round 12. First person to 13 wins. What happens when you both hit 12? Well, you go into overtime, where each team gets 3 rounds per side. So essentially a very condensed version of the game. First team to hit 4 rounds, you take the map. If it goes 3-3 again, we go again. And rinse and repeat until we get a winner.
Yeah, exactly. Things just move on from that point. I think I've seen a 24 to 22. But that was like,
that is...
you know, more than a decade ago. I think that even was at Insomnia, if I'm not wrong.
Man, that's a lot of overtimes.
Pan, however, he's actually picked up 25 kills by now.
Yeah.
So he has on average gotten more than a kill a round. It's definitely quite a respectable feat. Ah, Robert did spot someone right there. And he does have the bomb in his hands. Not quite sure if that's like the miracle play to go forward to put him all the way back at spawn.
Pan peeks out, finds Stins, is going to get himself a second one for his troubles as he takes out Strove as well. Completely shutting down the push towards that B side or any attempt of even being aggressive over there. And this really does shut down Wapanda's opportunities. 1 versus 5 for Blues. He takes out the first one, and then Jamal says, nope, this is not your day for a clip.
100%. Let's have a look at Neosk for a second. Trying to get that.
I'm a big old fan of Nielska. I have had the opportunity to play against him a couple of times. Great AK player. Very methodical in what he does. You can see he's not trying to rush forward. He gets his nade out at the times he needs to. And he's going to be there supporting his team as he needs.
As Dins moves up. Blood goes for the revenge, however. And at least for now, it looks like Wapanda might have a chance at taking this round. Let's have a look at what Pan is trying to do. Oh my god, he's not in a good spot. SMG in his hands, trying to move up onto those spots. And Neil's just taking things slow and methodical, to be honest.
When you get to points like that, it's a 1 versus 3. I always do the knife question mark. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to happen because it's LAN, but I'd try. I got a better chance to try to fight him with a gun.
100% you might as well. Try and go for
Risk
that.
it with a knife. Loving the way Robert watches that spot, trying to see if he can get anyone at the cross.
Jamal, however.
No, yeah, finds that Jamal over on that A site.
That nade looks good as well. I think that landed on a roof by the sound of it. But with that being said, Wapanda are moving up onto those targets, onto those objectives.
Pan tries to push forward to subdue that push over on the A side, but Niels does finish him off. And that's kind of going to send a signal out to Wapanda to get their bums over onto A. Niels wiggles forward out of the car park. Strove is going to start getting that bomb down. I'd imagine he's going to go for a fake first. Nope, straight plant. Sir's our last man standing. What do you got for us, Aripapa? Nothing.
Not a lot.
Not much. Next round is what you got for me. All right, so Wapanda with the round advantage, 2-1 at the half. So all they need here is 2 rounds. 2 rounds and they take the first map.
And that would be huge after
Mm-hmm.
the first overtime of the tournament so far. At least the first overtime we've had on stream, and I don't think there's been another one. Because
Don't
from what the
believe so,
teams
yeah.
have told me, most games were rather decisive. There were a few close ones.
What we also got to remember here is this was a Panda's pick. I mean, if this is how your opponent's playing on the map that you chose because you felt strongest on it, you're going to have to be very worried for the second map.
Yep, that is a good point you're making right there. Let's have a look at how Wapanda are taking things from here. Robert doesn't really have the best spawn trying to get an opening frag.
He's not even going for the opening frag at all. Looks like he's going to try and see if he can get the catwalk picks to make his way down. Oh, he's actually going all the way down into the washroom. So taking up the same position he played last time, this does mean that he can watch the catwalk area, but also there's no close range support for him.
Oh, finds the pick on towards that catwalk move has definitely paid off. And it is a 5 versus 3 for Wapanda. Wapanda! Wapanda's from Wakanda.
And the battlefield is quiet. Blue's finally breaking the silence as he takes up Pan. Aripapa keen to get this bomb onto A. Jamal's your last man standing. Blue gets himself a 3rd pick. Fantastic work from him to put his team onto match point. Map point, even.
Yeah, it does. It does look like Wapanda have got the nerves to pull this off. Let's have a look at Blood. What Blood is doing. He did get quite a few good SMG rushes in so far. Oh my god, he's not in a good spot. Throws out the nade, and he will just be smoke banged by Neosk.
Feels like he whiffed it a little bit.
Yeah.
You can see where the bullets are coming from, and he's just shot right over it.
It felt like he had this idea of, oh, he has to move right now. When in reality, all he would have had to do was just stand still. However, at Aripapa, they have a 1-man advantage. They've got the bomb down.
Nielsk is crawling around from the top of that A plant area. Smoke goes out to try and cover it. Fantastic little pick from him to take out Jamal. Pan takes out Dins. Is there any response from him? Sir's in there too. Nielski last man standing, and he's going to be killed off by Sir. 1 round left in overtime, and it's Aripapa's chance to tie this, or Panda's chance to take the map.
And so far, Robert is just trying to repeat that catwalk action that he was able to pull off so far. But they have set their sights on towards this B target. On towards this B bombs. Oh, Robert, you might be in a lot of trouble. Finds one, finds the second! Absolutely massive! And out of literally nowhere, Wapanda are in the absolute pole position to win this thing. Ooh, catchy. 2 versus 2. Are they literally going to throw this away?
Strove's crawling his way into the middle of the map. He's going to be spotted though. And all you can do now is run away, and not even that's good enough. Blues, what can you do?
Explosives planted.
Bomb's going to go down. He's not in a position to be able to challenge it. Both of those players are going to be working together. They're nearly stacking up too much. Catchy finishes him off. And the 2 versus 4. Panda, what did you do?
Oh my god, if this isn't the mental break, then I don't know what's going on. Because imagine he could have just won it. You had a 4 versus 2. And
But you decided, let's play another 6 rounds.
Yeah. I mean, if they're confident in doing that, if they want to go ahead and pull all of that off. I thought, like, you know what? Oh, we're gonna the breaks. They're gonna be crazy long, and so far, you know, we were like, an hour is absolutely ridiculous. What are you talking about? We are not gonna have a 60-minute map. Turns out, we're ready. We're gonna make 50 minutes, easy peasy already.
Blue's getting himself a nice front spawn to start us off here in the second overtime. He makes his way into the middle of the market. There's no smokes from Aripapa to cover that market area. And Blue's going to have a pretty easy time making his way in towards B. He should hear or spot a player. Oh, okay, even I saw that player sitting behind the car there, Blues, and you've missed it. His shot's going off. First one goes down, Pan finally peeks up. Blood gets the return kill onto Strove. And all Blues can do is say, buddy, I'm really sorry I didn't see him. And the thing is that Blood has the bomb with him now. Jamal's going to back him up, and the team should pretty much be rotating over to that area. Niels takes down Blood. Close range AK beating off an SMG player is not something you want to be seeing. Jamal now the long range weapon to try and hold off that side. Blues takes out Catchy. Man, is it so tight to try and call this. Have Aripapa just thought that the guys are going towards A? They've been completely duped. Wapanda's all on B.
Explosives planted.
Yeah, that definitely felt a bit like a trick card they just pulled out. You know what? Actually, I've got 6 aces. Oh, I really don't like the move Aripapa are currently trying to go for. Things they don't have. Oh my god, Jamal finding that is massive. As Niels gets tagged.
It's got to play for time.
Oh my god, can he make things happen? Oh my god, what's no!
But it's going to be
he's
nothing.
not going to be able to do it. Oh my god.
Objective destroyed.
And once again, Wapanda are slowly moving away.
Man, to get that first round in the second overtime like that, that's just so close to call. And it just makes me feel like we're going to be stuck in the overtime loop for a while.
As we get another 30 kills.
But is it 30 kills at this point? It feels like a bit of a cheaty one. If,
yeah, definitely. I mean,
it's
second
31 rounds in.
second overtime already. I mean, it won a kill per round. It's not really that mental.
Blues grabs himself a frag. Catchy's quickly on him though to neutralize it. Get the revenge frag. Robert taking the bomb towards, I don't even know. He's just kind of taking it towards middle, and they're going to decide from there. Dins gets a kill onto Jamal, but the response onto Dins is going to mean that he goes down anyway. Blood nearly falls to his death, deciding that who even needs to take damage from the enemy when I'm on my own enemy. Love these players having all the big weaponry, but they're walking around with deagles in their hand. Blood, I feel right now, is one of the most pivotal positions. Strobe's moving up. Bomb's going to go down. Strobe's got to cover this as best as he can, but he can't. His teammate's going to go down. Leaves him in a 1 versus 2. One should be able to plant, the other one should be able to cover. Both of them are shooting though, which means that no one's going to have to worry about it just yet. Niels going to be able to stick the plant. He does. Gets behind the car for cover. It's not on fire or anything, so he's not in too much danger. Now he's going to try and put distance between himself and that last man that is Blood. The thing is, Wapanda's too disciplined in this scenario. They're not going to want to peek. If anything, they're just going to chuck around some bullets and then sit right back down.
I wouldn't take any sort of risks whatsoever. Yep. At some point, he will have to move up onto that bomb site. And in that exact moment, Nielsk is the one to come and clutch. And now it is all or nothing. It is either Wapanda take the win on map 1,
or Wapanda get 3 rounds in the first half of the second overtime. And then see if Aripapa can do the same when we switch sides. Bomb's made quite a distinctive move towards this A side. Will they be able to get it planted?
Oh,
And
Jamal!
it is Jamal defending it. Gets one, gets himself a second one. Fantastic work with the Eagle. And it looks like Aripapa might finally get around in the second half. It's too early to call just yet. Fake on the bomb goes down again. Jamal using his pistol to more effect than his main weapon as he picks up a third of the round. Nielsk is now the last man standing. Can he deny them of anything? Gets one, gets shut down. 17-16 is the halftime score, the second overtime.
Oh. You know what?
So
I think
now-
I've actively cursed it. Because you know, I said, you know, what's the
Yep.
most overtimes you've ever had? And obviously,
It's gonna be this one.
Can't the players. No, I think it was 24 to 22. So we'll have to move on. It'll have to go on for quite a bit. But so far, we've been 53 minutes into this map, which just seems crazy so far.
Seems a bit bonkers.
And both teams,
Aripapa.
they're not willing to take any sort of risks.
No.
Robert moving up once again, trying to get onto catwalk. Oh, as he does get slightly tagged. As Blood moves in, 2 quick frags for Aripapa. 5 versus 3. As Dins takes down Blood. However, Jamal once again finding those all-important frags.
They've cleared out that B site for the most part. Strove evening it up though. Jamal once again so strong. With any other gun in his hand but that sniper rifle right now. And it looks like they might be going for the rotate. I think Blue's going to try and have a peek, see what he can see, but he's going to realize, nope, nothing is going on here. Jamal's just going to try and find anything. Do we see Kachi moving back onto that bomb? Yes, no, question mark? I don't think either team here knows what's going on. But they have spotted him, so bomb's going to be going down now. Should be able to block quite safely with Jamal covering the rush back to the site. Oh, if Blues can get this early pick on the... No, he can't.
No.
Kachi's just so quick. All right, well, the next 2 rounds for either team takes it. Otherwise, a round apiece means we go into another overtime.
Another overtime, because we've not had enough of those
Exactly what
already.
we want to see.
And once again, it is Robert and Blues moving on to that B site. No, it is Dins actually. Trying to find those picks. Blues picks up Blood.
Wapanda with a strong defense here on this A side as Aripapa try and force their way into it. A couple kills there. Blues held his ground for a moment before getting picked off. Aripapa now 2 people down. We've got Sir, we've got Jamal. I take that back, we've got Jamal. Jamal doesn't have the bomb with him. He's got 4 players literally surrounding him. And I think Wapanda's going to play as safe as they can. No one's really peeking or moving around. And even with 50 seconds on the clock, as soon as he gets that first kill, there's going to be 3 players that know exactly where he is and where he's going to be going. Oh, can he get both of these?
Oh my god.
Gets one, gets the second one. Fantastic work from him. It's the start of the clutch. He's still got a...
Oh, it is the start and the end of the clutch. Really well played. You know, he knew, oh, I can't just take one of them out. I have to take out both in a very, very quick time frame.
So now we have Wapanda on a map point. 1 lowly map point. Dins and Robert rushing their way over towards this B side as they've done so many rounds before already. Although Aripapa kind of just seems to be hanging around mid. Looks like they're going to go for a peek and see which side that they can crack open like a cold brew.
Nielsk with the opening frag on towards Blood.
That's why I find Nielsk so strong in this position. Robert gets himself a kill. Blues gets himself one as well. Blues knows there's one in that B arch, and Strove was quick there to come in with the cover. Pan gets a kill, but it's a 1 versus 4. Blues finishes it off. 19-17 is our final score for map 1 after a second overtime. And rightfully so, those players are standing up and having a breather.
100% after that. I'd need some sort of a quick break as well. As
Yeah,
I'm just going to quickly...
after that, jeez. We move on to the second map. Second map is the pick of Aripapa. So they've put up such a strong game on the first map, and now they're going to be getting to go to the map that they picked. Will they be able to do the same? Time will tell. Tune in next week for another round of...
another bonus round. Wait, I got an unknown CMD for...
Yes, I have asked my commentator colleague a little command there. You might just need to type it out and see how it auto-completes, but it's just so that we can have more names up in the kill feed for longer.
Con game message?
Game MSG.
MSG?
1 line count.
No, that doesn't exist. Line doesn't exist either. No. Whenever I put in the one...
Game MSG. Give me a second while I try and find this.
Let me have a look.
I might just be typing it wrong. Oh, game message window. Game MSG message. Window.
Yeah.
Con. Game MSG window 1 line count.
Ah, yeah, I've just found it. Line.
Yeah, line count 9. And that just means we'll be able to get the kill feed up for a bit longer.
That sounds great. Oh, honestly, that map is... But I find it really difficult. It definitely was intense, but I thought it was really difficult in trying to decide, alright, where would I put these two teams? Are they going to be at the very top?
The same as where you'd put them.
Yeah, definitely, but I'm not really thinking about what we saw on match number 1. Yeah, not too sure. I mean, loads of people said, you know, Aripapa, they had the power to, the strength, you know, to even win this. And from what we've seen so far, I would really agree with that.
I'm just gonna update all the stream bits while these two teams take a little bit of a break. I'll be hanging around and talking nonsense while they do, because what else is there to do while we wait? So, while you're at the lead camp house, what's the pizza like? I hear there's a pizza over there for you guys.
There's like a pizza place, which is literally just downstairs. It is sort of like it's not really like a restaurant. It's mostly like, you know, takeaway and delivery.
Yeah.
But that place is, I think it's got 4.9 stars on Google Maps, and it is crisp. Trust me, like great value, sizable portions, plus taste is 10 out of 10. You would have actually seen like the pizza and stuff on like the ads. That's literally the pizza's right there from this place right here, and it is like absolutely amazing because I think they made quite a sizable sum out of this location itself, you know. I mean, we've got, you know, well over 50 players here.
Yep.
50 players, and judging by the amount of pizza boxes I've seen.
Do you remember?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you been to an Insomnia LAN?
Yeah,
in the UK?
I've only ever been to, I think it was I-41.
Yeah, so they had pizza delivery to your desk where you could order a pizza and they're delivered right to your desk. Now you can imagine everyone's already fueled on Monster Energy and Red Bull, and that's the smell lingering in the location. Then everyone's just sitting there ordering pizzas to their desk. LAN was an interesting time. I think LAN's are going to be one of those stories you tell your kids, and your kids are going to be like, "Wait, you guys did
100%.
what?"
100%.
It's like, yeah, I flew all the way to Sweden to sit with 12 other thousand people in a hangar and play computer games. It was wonderful.
And I didn't even have a bed, you know. I
Yeah,
literally
didn't
slept
have a bed.
under the freaking
Yep.
desk.
Absolutely.
Pulling
There
up,
was,
you know, the blankets on the chair.
Yeah. I mean, the first LAN I ever attended was MPLD. This is back at South Africa. MPLD standing for Monthly Pretoria LAN Day. Every month for a weekend, there would be a small little, like, 150-man LAN. And we would just get together to play games, swap files. Internet wasn't really there. You'd have like maybe 3 or 4 people that had good internet, and they would download like frag vids, and then everyone was just distributed at the LAN. We thought this was amazing. But yeah, I was I don't know, a wee young lad of 13 or 14. My mum would drop me off on the Friday, my blow up mattress, my packet of hot dog rolls, and some Diet Coke, and that's what I would live off of. And then she picked me up on a Sunday, and of course, for her, it was the cheapest childcare she could have ever asked for.
Oh, imagine your parents. Like my parents, they really did not like me getting into gaming and esports. They didn't even want me playing CoD at all, because, you know, I was too young to play it. And my parents would really, I have really strict parents, it just has to be said. And my mum was like, you know, why don't you go out and do stuff with other people? And I can tell you what they were just doing. They were getting absolutely smack drunk every single... But my mum's like, you know, when they're doing parties, they're not doing drinking. Literally, drinking, it was all of it, you know? And I was like, Mum, you should be happy, you know? I'm not wasted on some sort of...
Yeah, this is cheaper than anything else.
And I had a great time. I think at some point my parents did actually realise, you know, he really likes what he's doing. And it was absolutely amazing, because we had two Finnish guys.
Yeah.
One Dutch guy, and then me and another German guy. And it was just, we had such a great time. We had this guy called, I think it was called Doug. And he was in his 50s. Honestly, if I would have, if I ever find that guy again, he deserves to be knighted, because he did nothing except like pay for all of our stuff.
Oh wow, he's your sugar daddy.
Yeah, it's sort of like, but imagine just like a guy. He was into gaming, but he didn't really play himself anymore, and he just paid for all of it. He moved from like. And he had quite a story behind himself as well. I think he had cancer in the UK, and then he decided, you know what, I've had enough. I'm changing the way I live. So I think he moved to France, and that guy is an absolute. After I've lost contact, because back then, you know, you didn't have emails or anything. You had Xfire. And TeamSpeak, and you know, he paid for like the servers and all of that. And that guy was an absolute legend, and we had such a great time. We didn't really make it. I think we were Academy once. That was about it. But that was the highest we've ever made it.
Yeah.
And I was probably one of the limiting factors as well. The Finnish scope we had, he was an absolute legend. He was godlike. I don't know how that guy wasn't snatched up by some sort of pro team. He also had a brother. He was called Otto, but his in-game name was Kotomu. And then there was Riku Veha, which was his brother, because he was just called Riku, I think. Yeah, absolute legends. Had such a great time. It was in terms of like gaming, it was by far the best time I've ever had in my entire life. I kid you not. But mostly because there were no politics back then.
No.
These days everything
it was easy going.
Yeah, it was easy going. These days everything is politics. It might sound a bit cheeky, but that really is the way it is these days. And back then it was, you know, just grab your stuff, go to a LAN, have a great time. even though you'd get absolutely annihilated, it was just about, you know, being
Part of
there.
the fun.
Yeah, it was just,
yeah.
and the fascination was on another planet, you know. I
Yeah.
think I played against Stevie once,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh my god! It's like,
It's
you know,
him.
those kids with like teenagers completely flipping out.
Yeah.
That was literally me. I was like, oh my god, where's how's that really weird? I think it started with F, like a really weird program to record stuff that had like this yellow number at the top right. Not quite sure. You know, OBS and that sort of stuff didn't used to be.
Fraps.
Fraps, yeah, that one.
Fraps.
You're like, oh my god, but if I have Fraps, I only have like 6 FPS. But you know, try to get a clip.
And then you record the clip so you can upload it to Wapido.
Oh, it was absolutely amazing, and for me, you know, the previous LAN, it was an absolute dream come true. I kid you not, you know, players like Climax or Stevie, they were uttered, they were childhood heroes. Sounds a bit, you know, teenage heroes. It really sounds a bit silly, but that's the way it is. Like, imagine you like, really
Everyone
into
likes
League of
to act
Legends.
like they're too cool for school, but
yeah. Imagine you like
it is the
really
way.
into League of Legends and you'd meet Faker. You know, you'd be like, oh my god, is it happening?
Is it actually
and that's
happening?
really just the way it felt. And meeting Climax was unreal in April. And I sent my brother was into CoD as well. We never really left sides. And I sent him a picture of Climax, I think in April, and he to be fair, he looks quite different from you know, from what he obviously looked like 15 years ago. And my brother was like, I sent him a picture with me and him and Tid next to him, and he was like, yeah, isn't it, dude? Is it?
Just casual nowadays, yeah.
And he was instantly like, you know, is that actually is that actually Climax?
Jumping into this game though, away from our wonderfully interesting conversations that we'll have to carry on, you know, because they're playing a tournament or something. Nielsk has found himself in a 1 versus 2 though in the first round of the second map. First map going double overtime to Wapanda. We see Jamal and Sir trying to do everything they can to stop Nielsk. Nielsk in a very awkward position as he tries to get this bomb down. Spray comes in, but it's the wallbang from Jamal to end the first round. As first round, Aripapa on their map.
And with that being said, Wapanda, they went for City Streets. They did win that one. So now... Just about 3 overtimes. So now it is up to Aripapa to step up their game. Pan with a very heavy tag on towards Blues. As Blues does in fact actually pick up Cat G.
Strove is currently watching their back. They have only got 2 players left as they try and make their way into this A side. Bomb is there with them. Pan has spotted something in the distance with his Deagle, but Strove with his AK comes out on top. So shutting down Nielsk. Last man standing is Strove. He's got a golden AK, but is his performance golden is the question. Finds one, takes out Sir. Unfortunately, he was not expecting blood to come from the exact same side. 2-0, Aripapa.
Really well played to move all the way around there, to be fair. Let's have a look at what the scopes are going to do. And if they are actually opting for scopes, as Blood tries to move in onto... Oh my god! Robert! He's robbed Blood once again. You know, that shot right there, that was like the Stevie shot, you know, exactly the one that's like in the frag movie, SMG jumps in and he's like, da-da-da, wall bang. Sent straight into the grey screen. As Robert moves up onto what's top A. Spots Jamal.
Bomb has gone down. Strove's found himself in a nice little position. He was on the top of mid, but just fell down. Got the first kill, Jamal and Sir. Where are we going? Sir sprang away in mid. His position is completely given up, so it's going to be a tough time for him to try to get out of there, especially after just losing his teammate, Jamal. Deagle comes out, Blues SMG on top, though. And Wapanda, after 2 rounds, get there first. I do like that Dens is a nice front spawn. This is going to be good.
Yeah, let's
Dens
have a
is
look at what
rushing
he's
his
doing
way
there.
into the site. Avoids all the nades. He's in.
Avoids the scopes as well, because that was quite close. But he is really deep. Oh, spots blood immediately. He was like, oh, you know what? I'll stop you moving. And reality is Dins was already all the way inside A site.
Preemptive nade onto the bomb site, trying to stop the early plant. Looks like they're going to hold it out. Niels does take a few shots, but they hold strong. Little score update. Weeder boys have gone 13-2 against SK on backlot.
What the heck?
So,
13-2?
13-2 and then 13-8 on strike. So strong start for them in the second round. Strove picking up a triple. Pan, the only one to respond, and he's going to get shut down quite quickly. Wapanda only losing one player that round. Much, much stronger play from them.
If Tiggs can hear me, if you're watching this stream, I told you, you'd be fine. Because Tiggs didn't do too well on match number one, and then I told you.
Yeah, I heard on Crash he got as many kills as they did rounds.
How do I zoom back in again? Out of third person.
Ah, that is, I did not
How
even know
did
you
I
could
do
that.
that? Oh, what the heck? How? What on earth have I done?
I need to try and...
I'll just try a few buttons, alright? Just try a few buttons. Looks great, but is rubbish. What on earth have I done, guys? Come on, chat, help me out. Otherwise, you know what? I'm just quickly going to disconnect. Thing is, I can't even escape. Oh my god. Spectate.
Just a quick little reconnect, possibly.
Yeah, I'll just quickly leave and...
Just type /reconnect.
Oh yeah, true. Oh. Yeah, that's a good one. Hopefully that'll fix it. Oh my god. I have no idea what I just pressed.
Back in game with Aripapa 2-2. I was going to say they had a man advantage, but Blood... Oh, sorry, Wapanda had a man advantage, but Blood shot that down. Niels gets himself one, taking out Surds. Now all on Blood as he goes into 1 versus 2. He's got 20 seconds left. It's going to be a tough one. Bomb's going to be going down. He doesn't have a long-range weapon on him, although he is pretty good with the deagle in hand. Can he use that SMG to his advantage? He does see a head bobbing up and down. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do too much with it. Lands loads of tags, takes out blues, and suddenly this is actually a bit of a sketchy situation here. Niels needs to either get this cross or be very confident as he peeks this corner. Oh man, these two are really swapping sides, and it's going to be Blood that comes out on top, and this is just why I say Blood with that SMG is so good. Getting the 2 kills, getting the defuse, and getting another score on the board for his team.
Absolutely cheeky, if I'm being honest. Absolutely cheeky, but very well played. Honestly, I think he just went for the spray because he thought, I don't think he actually moved away from that B site.
Mm-hmm.
No, Robert, can he make those shots happen once again? Oh my god! Robert! You absolute genius! And once again, it is Pan. I would just feel... I'd be like, okay, you know what, guys? I'm just going to press Alt F4 because whatever's going on right here, it just doesn't feel fair. As Jamal gets tagged out, tries to throw that nade. Oh my! What the heck? That nade literally landed on a bomb site. What the heck? Okay, that was really well done. But in the end, it doesn't matter as Dins picks him up. And it is 3-0.
Now, again, with this being Aripapa's map, they really need to start laying down a firm advantage here, which I don't think they're able to do right now. It's not that... Oh, wow. Really deep nade from Pan takes out Robert. Maybe this is the start they need? No, Pan with the second one as he takes out Blues. Fantastic work from him at the start of this game. Niels finishing off Blood.
Oh, Pan does get spotted, however.
Taken out by Dins. And where Aripapa set everything up for his team, it was all for naught. until Catchy decided that he's going to take out Dens. They're going to make it a 2-1-2. Catchy's not even changing his gun. He's so worried about them hearing him. Deagle's still in hand. Oh man, Nielsk laying wait. Who's watching that angle? Come on, Nielsk. What is that? Why are you doing it? It works, I know, but it's annoying.
But Niels is really good at playing out those spots. He's just really patient. He knows, all right, you know, I've got a good spot. I know you need to come here. It's not flashy, but in the end, it is really, really paying off. Holy moly, Robert. 3 quick kills for Wapanda. Robert, is he a scope or is he some sort of deal scope? Because I don't know what this guy is doing.
He's a bit of everything, that man. Now, although we have watched Robert quite a bit, he's got a front spawn. I'm not sure if he's gonna try and go for any type of pick here, but let's quickly have a look and see what he does. It looks like Jamal's going to be trying to go for the pick from the other side, though. No, it's just going to be Robert rushing over towards B. Blues with a fantastic triple nade. Robert following it up with the deagle kill of his own. And Sir had just started the round, and now he's going to be the one that has to finish it for his team. He's got nothing going for him. It's going to be Robert getting the second kill. It would be 2 players for Wapanda taking out the entire team between a nade and a couple of kills. Blues with a 4th. Quad kill in the round for Blues.
As well as the plus 15, you know. He's already got
so
12 kills in 9 rounds. Robert, once again, he's already found them twice. Can he connect another one? No, he can't. Not this time. He's being a bit cautious with the nades. That pan was thrown out early on.
Dins has found himself in a fantastic spot. He's been able to avoid all the nades and he's snuck right all the way into mid. Sees one play. He knew that the scope was back there too, and unfortunately not able to do anything with it. Blues still on his rampage, taking out Robert. Dins is going to have to fall back here. Nope, a little dummy out. Gets 1. Strove gets himself 1 too. So with the response, Strove gets another. And what can Jamal do from this position? This is where it's so tough. Trying to push to that A side from back A, from girders. I mean, even though the smoke's up, you won't be able to move out of here too much. And that's it. 7-3.
Yeah.
I mean, Wapanda's already in such a good position for the half.
I mean, it was 3-all literally a few seconds ago. And now it is a 4-round lead for Wapanda. Oh, both of them, they're trying to look out for those nades. Oh, Catchy with the double, with the plus 10 double nade on towards Dins and Robert. And if this isn't around that Aripapa pick-up, then I really don't know what's going on. Jamal, he spotted him, but now he's also given away his position.
Being on that lower ruins, he's fairly covered. He's got his teammates working with him. Sir over here on top 10 has put himself in a precarious position because although he can see a lot, he's got 0 cover. Because as you can see, everyone can shoot through that 10 building. Jumps out of there as Blues opens up the A side, blood dropping to him. Blues really coming up clutch so far. Pan's heard a bunch as Strove drops to the SMG and Aripapa for the first time in so many rounds. Finally putting something together here.
Oh, Niels, oh, he can't find them! Oh, that could have been absolutely clutch. Because he had him in his sights. They were right on that bomb site. But they couldn't make it happen.
Explosives diffused.
Let's have a look. Spawn? Actually, Pan's got quite a good spawn. Let's have a look at what he's going to do with that. Oh, yeah, he gets taken out even before I can actually spectate him. Blues, however, has already made his way on towards tin building. He's trying to move on onto spawn now. He is in a very good spot. Oh, takes that too brilliantly done, but in the end, it is catchy. He's just quickly taken out 2 as well. In the end, it is a 1 versus 2 situation, though, and it is Dins with the good old Silver Eagle. And he'll send him straight to the graveyard. And with that being said, the first half of the second map is completed. And Wapanda, they have found themselves a 4-round lead. And with that, they are undoubtedly looking forward to try and take this match win back home.
And thankfully, I'm also back.
That's great.
Because unfortunately, my PC decided to go a bit wonky.
Ah, good old classic. Honestly, no matter what you
classic,
do,
yeah.
you can completely do a new PC board, and you'd get this sort of same, blue screens as you would.
Of course, there's i9 processor, 32 cores. One of them is bound to throw an issue at some point.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh well.
Let's just have a look on how long they're going to need in order to get ready themselves up.
Seems like I saw a message they're just saying 1 minute from one of the guys. No, I bet no one had this one in their bingo board, but has anyone got 7 kills for everyone by the half for Aripapa?
Oh, what? Holy moly, I didn't even notice that. Guys, take screenshots, as we are going to jump right into the second half. Just a quick reminder for all of you out there, we're obviously going to have 2 more matches streamed today. We're going to have TLR versus Reason Gaming at 7 PM Central European Time. And then we're going to have Snip Snip, the team that won the previous LAN, versus We Dem Boys, the ones that were just able to pick up a rather astonishing win against SK, as Robert picks up Ketchy, spots another one in mid-building, and now he's trying to move down.
Explosives planted.
He's trying to get his sights on towards Jamal, but he will be the one to take that frag back home. And in the end, it is a very important round for Aripapa.
I'm going to say, it starts the momentum going. They're on attack now. They can rush about as much as they seemingly were trying to do while on defense. They finally have the movement and ability to set the pace of the game. Because it feels like Wapanda kind of just had them corralled a bit. But seeing the way Aripapa played that one, yeah, much more active. Sir opening us up with a nade. Pan jumping around in mid. Sir with a kill onto Blues. That shuts down an SMG. Dins is trying to sneak in through the middle, but he gets shut down by Pan, and 2 versus 5. What's Strobe and Robert going to be doing here? There's going to be an absolute miracle. We've got Robert's, coming in from spawn. Strobe sitting even further back in spawn. Robert's only got a deagle on the scope. Nade onto the bomb side preemptively takes out Pans. Quite well done. Robert's actually pushing straight up in hope that no one was paying attention, but Blood was sitting, laying in wait. Strove's got himself a 1 versus 4.
I mean, and it has already happened today. I mean, sir, my friend, you kind of whiffed that one as well.
That was rough. Looks like we still actually have both scopes in play. Neither of them opting for an extra AK or a bit of extra firepower.
None of the M4 action as well.
Mid.
I mean, either he had opted for that M4.
Pan's movement's been sublime as he finds his way flying in towards mid, but Dins does spot it and takes him down. Robert finally getting a kill after quite a while off the scoreboard.
Oh, sir, my friend, you are in a lot of trouble. A building is not the place to be when you're literally surrounded in a 1 versus 4.
Definitely not ideal.
Yeah, and he does get spotted by Dins. And with that, it is another round for Wapanda. And at some point, we are going to need a bit of a comeback from Aripapa. Because, yeah, they are winning around every there and then, but that's not enough when Wapanda are slowly but surely getting close to that magic 13.
Dins with a lovely rush out the bottom of the A side, going into the back of A, but unfortunately, or by bricks even, fortunately not going to be able to convert anything more than just a single kill. Pan and Catchy, your last two standing as we enter only 30 seconds into the round. Smoke's going out on the side, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have a bunch of spray coming in. Catchy, now your last man standing. What can he really do in this position? Drops down. I'm pretty sure that would have been spotted. Tries to go for the silent climb. But yeah, he's made too much noise. Niels is laying in wait. And that's going to be 10-6. And that one, yeah. I mean, they just kind of threw Dins in the deep end there. Aripapa didn't know how to respond. And from that point, it was just the Wapanda picking.
And to be honest, I mean, Niels, he's only got 9 frags. But all of those 9 frags he's got were defending the bomb site. And so far, he's not let anything through.
20 seconds in, and it's a 1 versus 5.
Yeah, that round is
Wow.
like, I'm not even going to bother making any sort of, 1v4, 1v5, can he do it?
No.
It's not going to happen.
That was going absolutely nowhere so quickly. So, putting ourselves in the point where Wapanda only need 2 more to win this. Aripapa with quite a mountain to climb in front of them. Catchy has made his way all the way forward with AK in hand, surprisingly. Gets 1, although gets taken up for all his troubles. Robert finishes off Jamal. Scope finally coming out, but again, 4 players standing for Wapanda. Sure, Pan has the bomb, but I mean, besides a bit of a hope and a dream, I don't think he has much of a chance.
Yeah, and so far in the last, I think, 4 or 5 rounds, they haven't gotten anywhere near these bomb sites. Right now, it feels like sort of like a Fort Knox. Like, they can't move on to A site, they can't move on to B site.
But it doesn't seem like they're changing, though.
No, they definitely aren't. Whatever they're doing so far, it's not really working. Jamal trying to find those opening frags. Can't make them happen. And now Jamal trying to move on towards that B long site. But in the meanwhile, once again, all of Aripapa are taken off 1 by 1.
All on Jamal now as he stands in the middle of that mid-building, middle floor, whatever you want to call it. Deagle in hand. He might peek out here and find Din sitting on the air conditioner, but nope, not going to be peeking that way. Or is he? Or isn't he? Or is he? No, he isn't. He is, maybe?
He
can't
spot him,
but
but he cannot spot him right there.
That exact little spot that Blues are sitting on. Yeah, just completely covered. Peeking back and forth, he's got the hopes of his teams for this group game on his shoulders. After what was a really strong first map, the second half of the second map was just not to be for them.
Yeah, it really fell apart rather quickly. They had, I think they were 4 or 5 points behind. Jamal, you're not going to make this one happen. And Niels, he is an absolute genius. He can say what he wants. Yeah, he's missing out on loads of frags. But that guy, he's like an absolute stalker. He's like, oh, right now you're going to be in my sights. And with that being said, Wapanda managed to take things around.
So, interestingly, as excited as we are for the TLR Reason Gaming match, I just want to point out that after 3 games apiece, they're both sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard.
What?
for their group. TLR is in 6th, Reason Gaming is in 7th. They've both lost 2 and won 1.
What?
But that's how things happen at LAN.
Reason Gaming and TLR are at the very bottom. What the heck is going on?
For anyone curious, Freewood isn't actually a team. It's just a way for us to balance out the teams. It is just essentially a bye, hence why they've lost every game.
Exactly, because we've got 15
yeah.
teams, and obviously we can't have 7.5 teams in a group.
But can you imagine?
God, but that is... I mean, for TLR and Reason, right there is already sort of the decider, if we're being honest. At least the decider for, okay, who's going to go down to the lower bracket. And do you want to go down to the lower bracket on day 1? No, probably not.
Not just yet. So while we wait to find out when and where they're going to be playing that match is going to be taking place at 7 o'clock Germany time, which is in an hour and a half from now? Question mark?
Exactly. An hour and 27 minutes. So all of you guys out there, make sure you set your alarm clocks. If you're not here by 7 p.m. to miss out, OG guys, Reason Gaming versus TLR. Then I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but it's something. It definitely is. If all of you guys out there, if you want to decide, you know what, I really want to get back into CoD Pro Mod again, do yourselves a favor, go on to FPSchallenges.eu. I was trying to go for the other one. But that was not what I wanted to mention. All you have to do is link your Steam ID on your profile, put that in there, and then you can immediately get started trying to play on the solo queue. Apart from that, you know, we've got weekly cops, we've got LANs. There's literally everything you guys could have ever dreamt of in terms of COD promo action that we have got going right now. And apart from that, if you're unsure on how you guys are actually even going to install COD promo, I did write it down. All you have to do is go to cod4promo.eu/how-to-install-COD4. That's all you have to do. But with that being said, we are going to go into a roughly 85-minute break. But then we'll be back for TLR versus Reason Gaming. Thanks a lot for having me on your side, Menace. And we'll see all of you guys out there in about an hour and a half. See ya.
Deep inside, to some extent, we are all wired the same. If we just look close enough, we understand. We all seek to be connected. We all seek to be free. We love to see ourselves improve. We love the competition. We are fighters. We are creators. We want to push harder than anyone has ever before. We want to thrive up to a point where we become unstoppable. We might fall, but we already know we will get back up. But by himself, even the best fighter can only come so far. In the end, we need each other. We need to be supported. We need to be trusted. We need to get energized by others. And together, we are able to overcome our limits. Together, we are able to create things that go beyond any person's imagination. Money does not make your life rich. The internet does not provide you with deep connections. We might have met through a game, but we stay because of the people. Let us create a place for people like us. The home of the